This is the WJTS News. In the news tonight, two-vehicle crash leaves 18-year-old dead. Heavy water damage at a local church. Update on coal diesel plant. Kurt Guxel will be in with sports, and our WJTS Informed segment continues with Purdue Extension Youth Development Educator Lisa Wilson. On our Monday with the Mayor segment, we speak with Jasper Mayor Dean Vonderheide. All to come on WJTS TV News. Good evening. I'm Jenna Schaffer with the news. A two-vehicle crash leaves an 18-year-old man dead. Indiana State Troopers say 18-year-old Evan James Twitty of Vincennes was driving south of Vincennes going eastbound on St. Thomas Road near US 41 when he failed to yield the right-of-way, crashing into a tractor-trailer on Friday night. The trailer then went off the east side of the roadway and overturned. The driver, identified as 49-year-old Paul Brandel of Hawesville, Kentucky, was rescued by firefighters and transported to Good Samaritan Hospital in Vincennes for non-life-threatening injuries. We are told that Twitty was wearing a seatbelt and pronounced dead at the scene. The investigation is ongoing. Twitty was the second runner-up in the 2019 WBDC Country Showdown. Heavy water damage at a Washington church. Washington Township fire crews responded to New Hope Christian Church in Washington for an automatic fire alarm on Sunday night. According to the fire department's Facebook page, a sprinkler line broke, flooding the church with nearly 2,000 gallons of water before getting shut off. Firefighters stayed to help clean up the water before a professional cleaning service arrived. No injuries were reported. Things are a little more challenging for a coal to diesel plant to call Dale home. The Office of Environmental Adjudication ruled against the Riverview coal to diesel plant in a hearing last week. The OEA ruled that the Indiana Department of Environmental Management failed to provide requested documents after a public hearing about a permit was held. State law requires all public records to be disclosed. Whether this will affect the plant being built is still up for discussion. However, IDM may need to reconsider the permit that would allow the project to continue. Indiana General Assembly is at its halfway point in the 2020 legislative session. Senator Mark Messmer explains more.
Meaning the Senate and the House have chosen which of their bills to hear, amend, and vote on. During the second half of session, each chamber will swap bills. The Senate will hear House bills and vice versa. This year, of the 462 bills introduced in the Senate, 170 were passed, including House Bill 1007, which has already been signed into law by the governor. Of those 170 bills, 167 were passed with bipartisan support. In the coming weeks, the Senate will assign the 113 bills passed by the House to their respective committees to be heard or amended.
If they pass with no amendments, they go straight to the governor's desk. But if there are any changes, the bill's chamber of origin must accept these changes, or the bills go to the conference committee for further discussion. Messmer tells us what this is.
Conference committees consist of one member from each of the four caucuses. Here, members settle the final disagreements before going back to each chamber to vote on the updated bill.
Senator Messmer also co-authored several bills moving up to the House, including legislation that protects child victims of sexual abuse, supports students with disabilities, and increases healthcare cost transparency. Messmer also sponsors multiple House bills in the Senate. As always, feel free to contact Messmer's office directly with your questions and concerns by emailing senator.messmer@iga.in.gov or by calling 1-800-382-9467. Two local government officials are visiting Spencer County this weekend. Senator Mark Messmer and Representative Ron Bacon are giving a legislative update about what's happening at the State House. The event takes place this Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Crisney 4-H Center and is hosted by the Spencer County Chamber of Commerce. For more information, call the Chamber of Commerce at 812-649-2186. A chance to learn more about Indiana's public education in a special forum is coming up next week. The Dubois County Democrats are hosting a public forum featuring State Superintendent of Public Instruction in Indiana, Dr. Jennifer McCormick. Dr. McCormick will talk about education funding and the impact it has on all schools, including Dubois County. Dr. McCormick is Indiana's 44th Superintendent of Public Instruction and has served at every level in the K-12 system. The superintendent is an advocate for children and is dedicated to improving educational outcomes. She also serves as an ambassador and makes sure that all stakeholders work together for student success in Indiana. The forum takes place on February 18th in the CMIT Building Lecture Hall on the Vincennes University Jasper campus. Doors open at 6 and Dr. McCormick starts speaking at 6:30. The Dubois County Bombers and League Stadium will look different this summer. Huntingburg Park's board members recently approved plans for the current picnic area to be fenced off by a half wall with ceiling fans. Board members also approved to add an upper deck for game viewing and socializing. This grassy area will have concrete to accommodate the new structure. Corporate and group nights or special events can rent out the area by emailing the Bombers at dcbombers@psci.net. Fans can purchase tickets to access the new facility when it's not rented out. The Bombers' home opener is May 31st. Would you know the name of the Swiss Bighorn plate in the Alps? Or could you identify a very pixelated sports logo? Pollos Loco can. The Haase, Bartlett, and Brinkman families formed the team and returned to win the Teen Outback Trivia Night. They answered more trivia questions correctly than any other team. All teams consisted of 8 members and fought through 9 rounds of trivia questions with various categories. Tiebreakers revealed that Pollos Loco captured first, Marky Mark and the Drunky Bunch placed second, and Freedom Bank was third. The last place team, Nacho Average Squad, sat at the bottom of the 63-team field. WBDC has been in the top 10 for all 12 years of trivia nights and continued that streak by tying for 6th place. The Teen Outback Trivia Night is an annual fundraising tradition in its 5th year. Dubois County Community Foundation previously ran the contest for 7 years and had 27 teams the first year. 63 teams are the most teams to ever compete in the event. The total dollars raised from Saturday night's trivia will be released later this week. We'll take a look at your weather forecast when we come back on 18 WJTS.